Imogen Heap, lovely to see you, lovely to have you here. For those listening at home, I have to tell them that there is only one person on stage, which will confuse them.
Quite a tall person.
Yeah. Can we kind of get a little tour of your world over here?
Yes, please do. Yes.
So there's a plexiglass, a clear plexiglass piano-shaped structure in which there are all kinds of things.
Yes.
Lots of keyboards and computer screens and instruments and stuff. Mm-hmm. And with all these great toys and gadgets, I assume that your rig at home, and we're not even talking about all the synthesizers and other stuff, there's just gadgets everywhere.
Yeah.
Lovely, there's
little gadgets.
Little harps and percussion things.
Yeah.
And it's a wonder you ever leave the house if you have all these things at home.
I didn't for a long time, and
Yeah.
now I feel a bit freaked out to be out and about in front of people.
Well, we should talk about that. So you made a studio, and as I understand it, the new CD, Ellipse, is named after the shape of your house, which used to be your family's house.
That's right, yeah. I grew up in an elliptical-shaped house, and it's an amazing space. It's really special. And it was about to leave the family, and it would be very sad, so I took it on, and I built my studio in the basement in our old playroom. In your old playroom? Yeah.
So that's kind of a cosmic continuum.
Yeah. No, it's great. It was a bit weird in the beginning, but I've kind of made it my own now, and I really like it there. It's great.
Is it a strange thing? I imagine being familiar with a house and being connected with a house, as we all are when we're little. We have a relationship to a place and to a landscape and to a building as we do through our family, through the filter and the lens of our relationship in the family. Now to be the grown-up living in the same house, did it sort of spin you around a little bit at first?
Yeah, it still does every now and then. Yeah, it was a bit strange. That's another reason why I called the album Ellipse, because it was kind of like full circle, but kind of a bit squishy.
Yeah, let's talk a little... I assume, just from hearing you play, that you're classically trained on the piano and perhaps other things too?
Yeah, I grew up with the piano. I don't remember not playing the piano. It's a very dear thing.
Oh, that's great.
So then I learnt the clarinet, and then I learnt the cello, and then studied theory, and always kind of fancied myself as a classical composer, wearing tailcoats, kind of going around the world, conducting my orchestra, writing premieres as I go. That was my grand plan as a kid.
So I want to talk a little bit about the fact that you mentioned it yourself, that you have been in a very private phase of your life, in your studio, holed up, recording, working out these songs, and literally 2 years of coaxing and nurturing and embellishing and crafting these little gems.
Yeah.
It sounds like a very private process, but at the same time, you found a way to make it a very public process too.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I don't let anyone in my studio, stay out. But I'm quite happy for 1.5 million people to watch me on Twitter,
right?
And send little messages to them. And I love, the love and encouragement that comes back. I just don't think I could have done it actually without all that encouragement.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So it's really, to the degree that you allow it, it's become interactive. It's become something that's a creative process. Do you imagine expanding on that at all in the next iteration?
Yeah, I would like to. If maybe I could get kind of live Twitter feed, I was thinking that it could be quite fun to do like a live improvised piece where I could be getting floods of kind of messages saying, go to A minor or slightly slower or, and I could kind of shape it into what they want.
That's so cool. I mean, I like the idea of it, and I think it's not all that common when it's actually sort of implemented in a very practical dialogue like that, and it's great. Yeah,
I really feel very lucky to be around at this time, because I don't think I'd be able to do half the things I can do if it wasn't for the internet, the spreading of the word.
Yeah, the encouragement and the feedback. Yeah. You've accomplished a lot. You've bought this house, you've set up your studio, you've finished your record, you're out touring. Yeah. And I'm sure eventually when you're settled into your elliptical house and your studio's all done, you'll be eating organic veggies out of your garden and doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. Working on it right now, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got an elliptical-shaped gate around it for the rabbits.
Well, all I can say, it's really, we could go on for a while, I suspect.
Yeah.
And but I really appreciate you making the visit to eTown and sharing this music with us in this sort of new and slightly uncomfortable way. But it sounds great. It sounds great.
I'm really enjoying it. No, I am.
Thank you for coming. Welcome back. Let's get back to music. Welcome back from London, England, Imogen Heap.
Thank you. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to do one more song on this little set. And, I was kind of making a sound downstairs in my studio, and it felt like it sounded a bit like a wine glass. So then I went upstairs, opened the kitchen cupboard and pulled out some wine glasses and made a glass harmonica. Okay, so I'm going to sample the little wine glass and we shall begin. Okay. Bodies disengage, our mouths are fleshing over. As this an echo game, irises retreating to ovals of white. The urge to feel your face in blood rushing to paint my handprint. A frisbee one by one, your vinyl on laminate. I'm desperate for some kind of contact. First train home, I've got to get on it. First train home, I've got to get on it. First train home, I've got to get on it. Got to catch the first train home, I've got to get on it. First train home, I've got to get on it. First train home, I've got to get on it. First train home. Temporal dead zone where clocks are barely breathing. If no one cares to notice, all the yamming on a climb up to hold it together. I want to paint away forms in the hideaway. I want to get on with getting on with things. I want to run in fields, paint the kitchen, love someone. And I can't do any of that here, can I? First train home, I've got to get on it. First train home, I've got to get on it. First train home, I've got to get on it. First train home. So you've had one too many. So I didn't want to come here anyway. So you've gotta say we had time. So I didn't want to come here anyway. What matters to you? It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me? It doesn't matter to you. What matters to you? It doesn't matter to them. What matters to them? It doesn't change anything. Oh, first train home. First train to get all out now.
That's Imogen Heap from London, England. MCA megaphonic recording artist. The CD is called Ellipse. She will be back, play some more music and all kinds of things before too long.